Hi, I'm Joy, and I'm here with Tash,
Hey.
and we're going to talk about love. How does your place on the intersectional rainbow or in marginalized group influence the way you love and want to be loved?
I don't know. I mean, like for me, as a queer black woman, I'm either very sexualized or under sexualized. So I feel like I would like to be loved honestly and genuinely and authentically and everything that is true because there's too much, like I already said, there's too much of either or. And I would want to be loved as a person first before I am loved as a queer person or before I'm loved as a queer black person or before I'm loved as a queer black woman. I would like to be loved as Tash first. And that's also how I have chosen to love people before I see their race, their gender and everything. I see who they are and get to know who they are first. So that's how I love and how I want to be loved. How about you?
To be honest, I was a little unsure about this question. I didn't know what to answer, but now that you're saying what you're saying, I think it makes a lot of sense. Also, not just in love in a romantic way, but just love in general.
Right.
I appreciate when people look at who I am as a person before they look at me as a black person, as a black woman, as anything
as an
else.
accessory.
Right. And I think that's what I appreciate, how I want to be treated and how I would like to treat other people too. I think it's easy to fall into how do you say it? Like into thoughts of
Like
how someone's supposed to be or
stereotypes.
And I'm sure that I do that as well sometimes, but I really try not to. I really try to see the person before I see anything else, and I think that's important.
True.
Yeah.
So there's like 5 different kinds of love languages. There's acts of service.
Acts of service, words of affirmation,
Physical touch.
quality time, and receiving gifts.
Right.
Yeah.
So which one of those 5 is your love language?
I think if you look at those 5, you would also have to see what you're giving and receiving love languages. I think my receiving love language would be quality time and acts of service. Because I think acts of service sounds very like, do this for me, do that for me. But I just appreciate someone who sees that, because which is also a problem, I don't like asking for help, but I appreciate when I get help. Like I really appreciate that, because then I see that the person is actually listening and realizes, okay, she might need some help or assistance with this or that. And then quality time, it doesn't even have to be anything exciting. Just a person being there with you is just so, wertvoll.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I feel like physical touch is so important for me to receive. And words of affirmation. And my way of loving, my love language is acts of service. I love doing things for people I love. Like, it doesn't even have to be a romantic way. Like, just anyone I love and they're like, oh, I need a cup of tea. I'm like, I'm on it. You don't even have to ask. I want to prepare before you even have to ask for it.
Yeah.
So, that's how I feel about love languages.
I think my giving, is physical touch, definitely. And what else is there? I forgot.
Words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation. I think physical touch is like the main thing that I
feel like you need all 5 somehow.
Yeah.
A balance somehow of all 5 in a relationship or even in in friendships.
Yeah. I think it's hard to me too, even though I kind of know what my love languages are. I think it's still hard to actually
Communicate them?
Yeah, communicate them. And even just letting the person know what you like.
True.
I think it's harder to actually do, because if you talk about it like this, it's like, yeah, that's it.
And now we know.
We know, but it doesn't really do anything like with, I don't know, other relationships.
Well, actually, now the world knows. Whoever watches this will know.
Love me right.
Love me like you do.
But yeah, I think so. It's really important, but it's not easy.
No, it's not. Communicating, I feel like communication should be one of the love languages. I mean, I think it doesn't stop at 5. I think it continues with other things like we said, communication. And I think communicating what you need and how you need to be loved and stuff like that is probably important to do for friends, for family, and for your better half or your loved ones.
Yeah, totally agree.
Have you ever been surprised by love?
Yes. Both positive and negative.
Yes, me too, but not in a romantic way, I think. I think with friendships, like I always had this certain way of seeing love and think like, this is how love's supposed to be and this is how love's supposed to feel.
Right.
But definitely in a positive way with new friendships that I've created in the past years.
Me.
Is love an action?
I think it can be an action in the sense that when you're doing acts of service.
Right.
Yeah, but other than doing things for people, I think when you're being there for them, then it's an action.
Yeah. I think, just like you said, yes and no. Because love is also a feeling, obviously, but and sometimes you do so much or you try to do a lot to feel the love for someone, and then it still doesn't work, even though you're acting in a way that feels or sounds like love to you.
Yeah.
But you still don't develop that feeling, you know? So I think, it can be, but it doesn't have to.
Do you believe in true love?
Yes.
Have you been in love?
Yes.
Do you feel pressure to actively show love on Valentine's Day?
Not really. I mean, I feel like I don't need a specific day to show love. I should just love regardless, without condition, without like, oh, let me wait for Christmas or let me wait for whatever.
Yeah.
I just love when I feel like loving and love constantly.
Yeah, same. Like in or out of a relationship, never really felt pressure to show love in certain ways.
Is there anything more important than love?
I think no. I think you can't start anything without loving what you're doing. Like life.
Right.
Kind of have to love life in a way, even though it's difficult. You have to find a way to love it.
Yeah.
So I feel like everything evolves around love in a way.
Yeah. Especially when I think about all the issues that we're dealing with on Earth.
Yeah.
If there was just a teeny tiny bit of love, a little bit more.
What the world needs now.
Right. Then I think problems would solve themselves.
Yeah,
somehow.
I think people need to love each other a little more.
Yeah.
How does love feel like to you?
Good.
Special.
Red.
Stressful.
Colorful.
Warm.
Sad.
Emotional.
Music like.
Painful.
A circle.
I don't have anything else, to be honest.
Neither do I. The moment shapes start coming in.
Well, this was fun, Tash.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
And if you haven't watched our holiday special, you can find the link in our bio. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was fun.
That was so much fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't as stressful as I thought it would be.
Well, a little bit. But bye.